Hello everybody in the Heal Yourself Happy Hub. How are you? I'm coming live. Oh gosh, I'm rocking even though I'm not on a boat. I'm coming to you live today for the second session in Unlocking Peace, live from Corfu town, which is really quite incredible. We've never been here before. We're in the marina, hence all the boats, and might be able to hear them all knocking around me. But I just wanted to show you where we are. It's amazing. You can see a bit of the old wall. It's just incredible here. Absolutely fantastic. So, with that little, coming to find my little space to talk to you today. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully we've got some good Wi-Fi. Hopefully everything is sounding good. You've got me completely fresh faced. You've got me with wild, crazy sea hair, having just come off the boat. I'm a little bit sun-kissed, but all good. If you're jumping on, do come and say hello. Hello, Julie. Nice to see you. Hello. And I think I can see my sister-in-law watching. Pips, we're all moored. Is that the right word? All fine. We're in a harbour. We've got the plank out. Granny and Grandpa are going to be able to be absolutely fine walking on. Hopefully if they land safe and sound, but we've got it all nice and ready for them. Pippa is my sister-in-law. She's James's sister. She's my best friend. We met the first night at university. She's just the most gorgeous human being on the planet, and I'm so lucky to have her in my life. And she also introduced me to James. So for those of you who are new to the Heal Yourself Happy Hub, I'm Ali Mortimer. I'm the founder of Heal Yourself Happy. I'm the creator of this hub, and I am a happiness coach, and I'm a mentor for anybody who wants more out of their life, anybody who wants to live life on their terms and be completely and utterly happy and just feel that contentment that comes with peace, that comes with excitement for the future, all of those things wrapped up in everything. Happiness to me is exactly that. It's contentment and gratitude and total peace with everything that I have in my life and who I'm with and what I'm doing, but also just that excitement for what else is to come. So that's me in a little bit of a nutshell. I talked a little bit about yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday's session, do go back and watch it. I will be popping them into a guide section so that you can easily find them. Otherwise just search for Unlocking Peace until I manage to get onto my laptop. So we are session 2, Unlocking Peace, and yesterday I talked about some overarching principles around peace. And we talked about emotional mastery and how you can master your emotions so that you can find that sense of inner peace. And one of the first things that you can think about is that all human emotions are exactly that. They're human emotions, and it's okay to feel whatever we feel. It's absolutely fine to feel any kind of emotion. We don't trap it, we don't lock it, we don't compound it. And what I mean by compounding, and how I explained it yesterday, is that we don't feel a feeling about the feeling that we feel. So we don't feel stressed or upset with ourselves. We don't judge ourselves about the base feeling that could be sadness or anger. So all of those things. Feelings are just signs. Feelings are signs that we just need to take a look at what's going on for us, how we're feeling. Does something need to change? It's okay to feel. Don't ignore them. It's just a sign to say something's up, something's wrong. Have a look at this. What can I do to change? Kate. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much. We are in Corfu town. Sorry, at the beginning I just showed you a little bit about where we are. It's lovely. Go back and watch the beginning on replay. Actually, I'm just going to take a drink. It's so swelteringly hot. It's 6 o'clock here, and I still think it's about 35 degrees, and there's really not much of a breeze here tonight. And it was flat as a pancake out there today. What else did we talk about yesterday? Principles of peace. The second thing I talked about was the fact that you can, I can't remember if it was the second thing, but one of the principles I talked about was the fact that you can walk with multiple emotions at the same time. You can walk with joy and sadness. You can feel so many emotions all at the same time. You can feel excited and you can feel fearful at the same time. It's okay to have multiple emotions. You don't just have to be feeling one at a time. And then I also talked about how all emotions and all of your feelings are based on something that starts in your mind, the thought that you're thinking that creates the feeling in your body. And how, if you want to master your emotions, it's how you master your mind. And that is the key piece that we're going to be looking at. So the first emotion we touched on yesterday was looking at panic and fear. And how do you manage those emotions? And I talked to you about the concept of the peach and the egg. And I've had some lovely comments about that. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch yesterday. You want to become a peach. You want to become a peach because that means you are soft to the touch, but you're strong to the core, and no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. And this is how you respond to panic. When you're in that blind panic, when you're frightened about what's going to happen, you just remind yourself, I am a peach. I am okay. Oh, the wind is getting up. Can you hear that? Everything's clanking. That's quite nice, actually. So the concept of the peach and the egg is one of the things that you can use when you want to find some kind of antidote, when you want to walk with your fear, when you want to walk with panic. And that just brings me on to that second point, that recap around fear. Make fear your friend. Fear is something that you want to have in the car with you on your journey. Fear is the little voice that says, you're going too close to the edge, watch out. Fear is your friend. You can say, thank you very much, fear. I know I'm sailing quite close to the wind. I know I'm going quite close to the edge of this road, but I know I'm going to be okay. I can see what's coming up ahead. This is about choosing fear to come with you. You need it as a protector, but you don't have to let it navigate in your journey of life. So make fear your friend. And that's another thing we talked about yesterday. So I talked about a few steps that you can use, and you can start practicing now, so that when you feel those feelings of panic and fear, you go, oh, I can hear Ali in my head. I'm a peach. I'm going to be okay. Or do you know what? I just need to make fear my friend. Everything's going to be okay. He's there as my protector. So if you haven't managed to watch module 1, go back and watch session 1. Today, I want to start with a little something different. I want you all to just, oh no, I'm going to lose my notes. The wind's gone up. I want you to just take a moment and close your eyes. Put your hand on your heart and just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and let it out through your mouth. And do that again. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and let it out through your mouth. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and let it out. I'm going to do a little loving kindness meditation, just for a few moments. Because as I explained yesterday, one of the things that you can do to help you walk with fear, to walk in panic, is to find love. As Marianne Williamson talks about, fear is when you can turn fear into love, then that's when you create miracles. So when you're frightened, you need to look for love. How can you love whatever's going on around you? I'm going to have to open my eyes because I'm spinning. But you just keep your eyes shut. Keep your hand on your heart and just keep breathing in. And just repeat after me in your mind. I'm going to say a few mantras and a few words, and you can choose whichever ones you want in the future that work for you. Love and kindness meditation is when you just say to yourself, may I be happy. May I be safe. May I be loved. May I be at peace. May I be healthy. Keep breathing. May I be healed. May I be free. May I be at peace. And you can repeat those again. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be loved. May I be at peace. May I be healthy. May I be healed. May I be free. Just feel the peace start to enter your heart. Feel the peace start to enter your mind as you repeat those mantras. And you can repeat them as many times as you like until you really, really feel it. Be willing to allow your mind to open up to the possibility of feeling all those feelings. That was lovely for me because I'm sat next to loads and loads of lavender. It's absolutely beautiful. So every time I breathed in, I got a lovely, lovely smell of lavender. Right. So that was something I really wanted to start off with today. Just to remind you to bring love back into your life, love back into your heart. Use the loving kindness meditation. It's such a powerful one. So powerful for any of these emotions that you might be coming up against as we go through them in the next few days. So today's emotion we're going to be talking about is the emotion of excitement. And I don't mean the excitement that you're going on holiday or the excitement of something amazing is about to happen. I mean the excitement that robs you of peace. The excitement, the agitation, the feelings of discomfort, when you feel like you've got this excitement coursing through your veins, but it's not making you feel good. It's making you feel stressed. It's making you feel pressured. It's making you feel frantic. Anything but peace. That is the feeling I want to talk to today. So this feeling of excited stress is not good for our health, and it's one thing that we really need to start to manage and need to master when we start to feel this feeling. And the reason why it's so important to recognize when you're feeling this stressed excitement, this excitement that causes stress in your body, is that it's not good for your long-term mental, physical and emotional health, and it creates a whole host of different triggers and bodily functions in your body that, if you don't recognize quickly, can lead to some rather unpleasant side effects. So we talk a little bit about stress in the body. It's our prehistoric response system. And when I mean prehistoric, I mean when we were cavemen. We've got this tiny little walnut size piece of our brain that is called the amygdala. And it charges up when it starts to feel that feeling of stress in your body. The amygdala starts to respond to that because it feels that you're still this prehistoric cave person who's standing in front of a saber-toothed tiger, or a saber-toothed tiger has just come to eat your child. Sorry, my son is videoing me, even though I've sorry about that. It starts to fire up adrenaline in your body because it feels that you're about to have to fight the saber-toothed tiger, and you're going to need to be incredibly alert, and that adrenaline starts to of oxygen into all of your muscles so that you can use that fight, so that you can fight, so that you can run. The second thing it does is it fires up loads and loads of cortisol to pump around your body. What cortisol does is it starts to store fat as fuel for your body. It knows that over the course of the time that you're going to be fighting the saber-toothed tiger, you're not going to be able to eat. So it's not going to find any more fuel. So what it does is it starts to store fat in your body so that it can use that as fuel when you run out of all of your other fuel stores, which is why so many people, and I know Tiff, the Heal Yourself Happy Nutrition Coach, talks a lot about stress, and if you want to lose fat, then stress is a real key thing to start to manage to look at, because this cortisol is going to store fat as fuel in your body if you're feeling it all the time. So it has started to pump adrenaline around your body, you've got cortisol going on around in your body, which are all great for short-term boosts if you were going to fight the saber-toothed tiger, or if you're about to have to run for the bus in our current world, or if you're about to go on stage, you want to be alert so that your brain is functioning quickly so you can respond to questions, so that you're feeling in the flow. This is all good. Except we live in a world at the moment where stress is long-term. We feel the pressure constantly to do more, to be more. We see social media and people doing this and that, and we feel like we aren't good enough and we should be doing that. Or on the news, there's social pressure, I should this, I should that. All of these things cause this stress and anxiety in our bodies. And over a long period of time, having all of that cortisol racing around your body and all of that adrenaline pumping through your heart is not a good thing. Two other things that happen when you're in this stress state. You also have your brain, this amygdala, the little walnut, goes, oh, well, while you're fighting that saber-toothed tiger, you're not going to be eating any food, so I'm going to switch off your digestion. And oh, by the way, I'm also going to switch off your fertility as well, because you're not going to be copulating or procreating while you're fighting, so I'm going to switch those off. So those two factors as well, really important to recognize. So what can you do? When you're feeling this stress state, recognition and emotional mastery, the first step is always the awareness. I am aware I'm feeling this. Okay. And as I said right at the beginning, the principle is that you just start to recognize this as a sign that something needs addressing, rather than squashing it, being annoyed, judging yourself, compounding the emotion. I'm stressed. I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling agitated. I'm feeling pressured. Okay, what can I do? So this is when we start to look at several ways in which we can bring ourselves out of this heightened stress state and back into what we call the parasympathetic state. And in that parasympathetic state, our stress levels are going to come down. The cortisol is going to stop pumping around our body, and we're going to start releasing fat. We are going to reduce the adrenaline. We're going to reduce that whole kind of pumping around our body. We're going to switch back on our digestion. We're going to switch back on our fertility, which is all really good, and we're going to let our body function in the way it properly should function. Excuse me, I just need to have a drink. It's very, very hot. So what can you do when you've recognized it and you've accepted it without compounding this emotion of feeling stressed or agitated or pressured or whatever it is? You have to ask yourself, what can I do to bring myself back into this parasympathetic state? What is causing me the stress? So there's a few things that I would suggest, and when I work with my clients, I talk to them a few things. Number one, do some breathing. Just like we did right at the very beginning of this session, breathe. Just some really good core deep belly breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do the loving kindness meditation. Pick out the words that are going to help you to feel good. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be at peace. Use those mantras until you can start to feel the excitement and the agitation reduce. Breathe. There's a great one. It's a great one that's used by the Navy SEALs, which I believe is a 4-count breath. You breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and I hold out for 8 actually. And that can really help. If you do that 4 times, you can really, really quickly lower your parasympathetic state. So use your breath, recognize it, accept it, ask yourself what you can do. And then the second question you can ask yourself is, use your mind and remember those thoughts that I talked about in the overarching principles. Your feelings are based on a thought. Go back to what Eckhart Tolle says. The cause of our unhappiness is never the situation itself, it is our thoughts about the situation. So what are your thoughts about your current situation? You are responsible for your thoughts. You're responsible for your mind. And if you can start to change those and find a thought that's going to help you feel better, think that. Start to manage and master your mind. Start to manage your thoughts and you will start to feel better. You can start to question your thoughts. It's one of the biggest things I help my clients do. Ask yourself, is that thought really true? Is it really true? Could I prove it? What is a thought that's going to make me feel better? What is a better feeling thought? What thought can I get behind that is true, that can make me feel better? And this thought process, the minute you start to catch them, you can start to replace them. A really obvious example to use is one where you're perhaps feeling the pressure of social media, the pressure of society, the pressure of the people that you hang out to be something that you're not. We can be so influenced and we can feel the pressure, we can feel the stress from all of that. But we have a choice in how we respond. We have a choice in what we think. We have a choice to fully be ourselves and to be true. And we can choose peace. And I firmly believe that my peace has come from fully accepting who I am, what I stand for, what I believe, and what I think. And that's where I find happiness. That's where I find peace, in being my true self, my authentic self. But I had to do some work first to really understand who that was, and then I could show up as that person every single day who feels confident sat here in a bikini. If you told me I was going to be able to do that a couple of years ago, probably wouldn't have been able to do that. But I'm comfortable. I'm at peace with who I am and what I represent. And that feels really good. And I have programs for people who really need to go to work here. You can come and do my Love for Life program. It's an amazing program. If you want some more details on that, ask me. This is a key area that I work with predominantly my private clients, really applying these principles to them and their thoughts and helping them change their mindset, helping them with emotional mastery, the emotions that are causing them the most dispeace, that's not right, discomfort and lack of peace. So question your thoughts that are making you feel stressed. A really big part here. What is causing me this stress? What can I do to change it? What can I do? How am I empowered to change these thoughts? How am I empowered to change this situation? So many times we feel stressed because we feel we have to wait for somebody else or something else or for circumstances to change. The minute you hand that over, you've had disempowered yourself. So take your power back. What can I do? What thought can I think instead of that? What can I do? What am I in control of? How can I respond to that? Am I willing to change? Am I willing to see things differently? And if I am, what can I do about it? And when you start on that path of bringing this power back to yourself, you can so feel peace. You're a peach, remember? You are a peach. You are strong. So this mind mastery is so, so important. The acknowledgement of the feelings of stress, the acceptance without compounding it, and then asking different questions to help you move through this is one of the most powerful things you can ever do in order to bring yourself peace. And there's two other things I would suggest if you're feeling stressed. Number 3, work out how you can find peace and calm and take yourself out of that stress state and bring yourself into that parasympathetic state. God, I can't say it, I can't get my teeth around that, sorry. Into that parasympathetic state. Oh, I've just seen Dora's watching. Hello. How are you, lovely? So you can find so many different ways. And last year, while I was out here, I did a mindfulness series. So go and check that out in the guides section. You can find, I think it's about 11 or 12 different ways of using mindfulness to help you bring back into the parasympathetic state. You can use meditation. You can use your imagination. You can use, you can go and do something new. You can only hold one thought at a time. You can only think about one thing at a time. So do something new. You have to use your full concentration. Get off your devices. If you're feeling pressure from social media, get off it. If you're finding pressure from the news, don't watch it. I don't think I've watched the news for a very long time. You can stop feeding your mind with things that make you feel stressed or anxious or not good enough. That's a choice. And you can be willing to change and make a different choice. F, I was thinking, is forest bathing, the art of Shinrin-yoku. Go out in nature. There's nothing more calming than touching a tree, walking in the grass barefoot, breathing in nature, hearing the sounds, smelling the smells, all of those things. Use your senses. I can't remember all of them. What have we done? F, U. Understanding that you are enough, I think, is that one. L is doing the locomotion. It's all about movement. If you can move your body, that is the quickest way you can get out of your head and out of your thoughts, and that can bring so much peace. How many people love to run? How many people love to use yoga? You can bring yourself back into that parasympathetic state. What else have we got in there? Saying thank you. Gratitude is such a huge part of how I can bring peace into my life. I am so incredibly grateful for every experience, every single thing, every challenge that I've ever had in my life. I am grateful for everything and where I am right now, my life as it is, the health that I have, the love, the fun, the business partners, the people that I work with. I am so, so grateful. And if my life is to end right now, I would die an incredibly happy, grateful woman. But that doesn't mean to say I don't want more. I want to experience more, have more, love more, have more fun, all of it. There's nothing wrong with that. I've made peace with that too. So gratitude and saying thank you is a really, really powerful way. But as I said, go and have a look in the mindfulness series. You'll find it in the guide section. There's so many different ways of actions that you can actually do in order to bring yourself peace in the moment. And then my last tip in this area is work out who is making you feel stressed. I know all of us can feel that sometimes it's someone who is making us feel stressed. In that case, this is when you start to only hang out with the people who bring you peace. If you're hanging out with people who make you agitated in some kind of stressful way or activate something in you because you feel not good enough or whatever it is, that you can't be yourself, then it's when you breathe. I believe that you should hang out with the people who make you feel good about yourself. That's true love, that's true friendship. You want to hang out with the people who make you feel inspired, who make you feel motivated, who make you feel good, who make you feel excited in a positive way, not excited in an agitated way. So work out who you're hanging out with most of the time. So if you do those things, you're going to really help bring that sense of peace back into your life by acknowledging that you're feeling stressed, by acknowledging that you're feeling excited and agitated and pressured. Go through those things I've just taken you through. Try some on. See what works for you. Practice them. All the tips and the techniques that I'm sharing with you over the course of the next few days are all the things that I have used that have worked for me in different times of my day, different times of my life, responding to different experiences. And the only way you will know what works for you is by you trying them out for yourself. And that's all I've done. I've read the books, I've done the programs, I've worked with the healers, I've worked with the coaches, and I've tried a whole lot of stuff. Some work, some don't. Some have worked at some times and not at others, but it's about just trying all of them all the time and practice them so you create this amazing toolbox. And talking of toolboxes, yesterday I introduced the Calm for Life program, which starts next week. It is a 7-week course, and this is where I help you build your very own toolbox. Oh, have we lost signal? Can you still see me? You create your very own toolbox to manage stress. The Calm for Life program is the stress management program, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So if you've taken what you need today, then thank you so much for joining me. Leave me some hearts in the comments. Tell me what you're going to be doing in order to help alleviate the stress or the agitation or the pressure that you feel in your life. And I would love to know what works. Let me know, share in the hub, tell me in a private message. I would love to hear from you. Leave me some hearts below. And if you know anybody who you feel is very stressed and agitated at this time and it's robbing them of their peace, please do invite them to come and take a look at the Unlocking Peace program. It's going to be a free 5-day mini-series here in the Heal Yourself Happy Hub over the course of the next 2 weeks. When I get back home, I'm going to be taking it down, and it's become a paid program, and it's going to become part of the Calm for Life program, which starts next week. So as I was saying, the Calm for Life program. There was something I wanted to say before that, but I'll come back to it. I'll come back to that bit. The Calm for Life program is where I'm going to be supporting you through practicing all of the tools that I'm going to give you in your toolbox. It is going to be a program that is going to run over the course of the 7 weeks of the summer, which can be incredibly stressful for lots of mums. Stress, when you've got so much going on in your life, doesn't mean that you have to feel stressed. And I'm going to teach you how you can juggle everything that you might have going on. The kids home on summer holiday, the business, the work, managing your career, the household, the holidays, your health, all of it. If you don't have kids, then it's just about managing the stress that is going on in your life, whatever that might be. It could be that you are worried and very anxious about COVID and lockdown and all of the rules lifting. Stress is so unique for every single person, and it could be a whole host of different things. It might be just one thing. But this program is where I'm going to teach you all the tools and all of the tips and all of the techniques and how you can respond. And how you can... Sorry, I'm just getting loads of messages from my sons. So, if you feel that staying calm is a struggle for you right now, whether that be in your relationships, whether that be in your career, whether that be in any part of your life, then the Calm for Life program is going to be for you, because I'm going to show you and I'm going to give you the opportunity to practice and ask me questions and how we can apply it to your life. So you're going to feel so confident that you are going to be able to manage all of your stress triggers going forward in that 7 weeks, but also beyond that 7 weeks. It's Calm for Life, so I'm going to help you navigate and feel confident to know that you know every single tool in your toolbox and when to use it and how to use it and how quickly you will feel the results. This is going to be an amazing program, a life-changing program, because I know how much it has changed my life. Through this program, I'm going to talk to you about the 7 key triggers that I feel cause a lack of calm or a lack of peace in life. And just like I've been doing in Unlocking Peace, I'm going to take you through some examples, and I'm going to teach you some tools and some tricks, but we're going to have more time together, and I'm going to be able to support you through that so you can apply it to your life and you can ask me questions and I will give you the support back. So it's a group online coaching program, and it's currently on early bird. So the investment is 111. £111, and I will put the link back in. There's already a post here in the Heal Yourself Happy Hub, but I will put it in the comments here below, and I will put another post in here today. So you just need to jump on if you want some more information, but you can enroll now. And this early bird price is going to continue until the end of tomorrow's session, the third session in the unlocking piece, and then the investment and the full price will be £222 for the 7-week course to be part of this beautiful container with me and some of the most incredible people I know who've already jumped on in. So it's going to be a really, really lovely place to hang out for the summer to keep you cool and calm. These containers are the most powerful place because you have support not only just from me, but you have the support from everybody else who is going on the same journey as you, who's on the same mission as you. And while I will be giving you tools and techniques, they will also be sharing with you in this group as well what works for them and asking advice. So it's a really inspirational place to hang out over the course of the summer to get that kind of advice and support. So you're going to be leaving, well, you're going to start at the beginning to start to feel that empowerment that I talked about. How can you take this responsibility back? You can feel calm from the start, knowing that I've got you. And this amazing group of women has also got you too. And then at the end of the 7 weeks, at the end of the 7 weeks, you're going to be able to go forth with this toolbox, and you know that you're going to be able to hit any kind of life event because you have got this toolbox. You're going to feel so armored up, and you are going to feel so, so good. These are tools for life, and having that in my toolbox has given me the resilience. It's why I'm a peach. I know I can face anything head on, and that is what gives me this inner peace and this inner calm, so that I can then create calm around me, because then I radiate calm. Whatever comes up, I've got a tool for it, and I'm going to be okay. So if you want more information about the Calm for Life program, it will be coming. There's information in the link that you can use in the posts and in the comments that are coming up. You can drop me a DM if you want the link directly. And as I've mentioned, on early bird, until tomorrow, the end of tomorrow's session, it will continue to be £111, and then it will go up for £222, and the programme starts on Monday next week. And I cannot wait for all of you and to see all of you who've already signed up. We've got such a lovely, wonderful, wonderful group of women in it already. So I've got one final thing I want to talk about, and it was something that I was inspired by Willie. So for those of you who've been around, Willie's my youngest son, and he is really emotional. He's like all the time, and I found it really fascinating last night because he's celiac, and so we struggle sometimes when we go to new restaurants to find things that he can eat, especially in places where celiac isn't really understood properly. And James found him this amazing starter, which was vine leaves with rice and some yogurt and some fish. He loves fish and he loves rice. And we said to him, "Are you going to try this?" And he said, "Yeah, okay." And I was totally taken aback, because Willie, my little one, he would never try anything. And I've noticed how his attitude around trying has changed. And I thought that that was really important for me to talk to you about that today, because there have been so many people, and I've seen lots of comments saying, "I'm going to try and put into practice what you've been teaching, Ali." And I think trying is a good thing. Trying is a good thing when you've got the attitude that supports trying. Willie used to have the attitude that he would go into trying believing that he would hate what we were going to offer him to eat, that he would hate it, that he'd already made up his mind that he wasn't going to like it. He'd already made up his mind that he didn't want to go on a bike ride. He didn't want to try, whether it came to food or events or going anywhere or wearing a different outfit. He didn't want to wear it. His attitude to trying, he'd already made up his mind that it wasn't going to work. But last night he showed me that he's hugely matured, and his attitude to trying something new, he's opened up. He's opened up, and he is willing to try and be surprised by the outcome. So all I would say with everything that I'm sharing with you in Unlocking Peace, and everything that I'm going to share with you in Calm, is to come with that kind of attitude, that open and willingness to try. And that is a choice. That is a choice. It is a choice to be open and willing to try a different way. If you want things to change, you're going to have to change the way you do things. If you want your outer world to change, it is my strongest belief that it all starts inside first. Your outside world is a reflection of your inner world. So change your inner world. Be willing to try new things. Be willing. Be open and willing to try things differently. So, on that note, we come to the end of module 2 for Unlocking Peace in Life. I do hope you're enjoying this so far. It's been so fun to deliver this while I've been out here in Greece, where I'm feeling very, very peaceful. And all I have to do is imagine being here when I'm feeling stressed at home. Bring myself back here, just on holiday. So, I'm just seeing some questions coming in. Trisha, hello, lovely. So nice to see you. And Trisha, hello. How much do you charge for private one-to-one? So my private one-to-one coaching, I do offer private one-to-one. I don't do individual sessions anymore. I now only have 3 private clients at any given time. And it is a minimum of 3 months to come and work with me privately. And currently my monthly pricing is £1,111. If you'd like some more information, then I can send you more information, and that is no problem at all. So, herein lies lesson 2 in Unlocking Peace, and I've got quite a lot of people hanging around me right now. If you've got questions, please do ask me questions in the comments below, or drop me a private message. I'm hanging out on a boat and I'm happy to reply to everybody. If you've loved today's session, please do let me know what you take away. What are you going to try? What are you going to be open and willing to try to bring peace into your life? And I'd love to hear the results. Do let me know how you're getting on, whether that be looking at what we talked about yesterday and being a peach and combating fear and panic, and also today looking at excitement and where agitation robs you of peace. I'd love to know what's going on for you all. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Do let me know if you're watching on replay as well. And I will be back tomorrow. Once again, we're having to make peace with the fact that I have no idea what time I'm going to be coming on. We're going to have Granny and Grandpa aboard, and who knows what might be happening. But I will be jumping on at some point tomorrow when I find Wi-Fi and good enough connection to come on and talk to you about the 3rd emotion that we are going to master. So I'll see you tomorrow at some point, and I will give you a fair warning. Lots of love.